Hello everyone. Welcome to the last group presentation of our extensive listening class. And today we are going to tell you about 3 audio news that we've heard and what the government would do if that happens in Indonesia. And before we started, let us introduce ourselves.
My name is Alpian Salanegara. My student number 11 2020 018.
And my name is Michelle with student number 11 2020 040.
My name is Nalindra Binatara and my student number 11 2020 045.
The first audio news that I listened is entitled The City Planting a Million Trees in 2 Years by TED Talks Daily. Here is the summary. Climate change is causing devastating impacts in Freetown. The armed green forest cover has simply disappeared. Not only that, heavy rains and landslides also often occur in Freetown. So, the authorities decide to carry out the reforestation in Freetown so the situation won't be worse. And then the reason I chose this audio news is because it's related to Indonesia. The disaster that generally also occur in Indonesia, I think it's interesting because we can know the important role of the government to deal with the disasters. And if the issue happen in Indonesia, I think the government should encourage people to do reforestation and makes a regulation to plant a tree in every house so that the disaster won't be getting worse.
So the next news is about what you can do once you're vaccinated, according to CDC or the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. You can listen to this audio news on Google Podcast by NPR Live Kit shortwave. The speakers are Allison and Matty. So the news is about what fully vaccinated people can finally do after they got vaccinated. So the fully vaccinated people are people who are already 2 weeks away since they got their second shot of the vaccine. The thing that they can do is they can attend indoor gathering without masks within one household. So for example, grandparents can visit their grandchildren or their children who are considered people with low risk or healthy. The second thing that they can do is to travel domestically without pre and post tests and quarantine afterwards. However, the CDC still warned them to delay unnecessary travels. CDC also recommends people to avoid gatherings with multiple households involved. People need to avoid large size gatherings and they are recommended to maintain the distance with other people and keep their mask on. If they get exposed to someone who's infected, they don't need to in quarantine or get tested, but they need to maintain their distance with others and take the precautions. And if any symptoms appear, they should isolate themselves and contact the doctor. And they also remind us that we still need to be vigilant. The reasons why I chose this news is because it's a good news, and I think this pandemic has made us suffer a lot, and I think it's okay for us to, for a while, look at the bright side and have a little hope. And I also think that it's important for us to bring the awareness about what we can do and what we shouldn't do after getting vaccinated. And I think the government in Indonesia will apply the same regulations, and hopefully very soon.
The last news is Australia's floods by Full Story Channel. This news shows two factors that makes Australia floods. The first factor is factor internal because of the weather, especially rain extremely that happened in Australia. And from external factor because of plastic garbage that cause floods. And then the situation that showed in Sydney, Australia is hectic and gripping. And floods in Australia, there's nothing casualties. And the reason why I chose this news because it's common happen in Indonesia. As you can see or you knows that floods is happen in Indonesia once a year in once a month. And I choose this news because for me it is interesting news. And when it happens in Indonesia, the government should avoid people to pay a chance if the people throw garbage in the sea or in the lake and in other place.
Then the challenge that we faced when listening to the audio news. There are some unfamiliar words and some pronunciation unclear, so that we need to repeat again the audio news.
So, thank you for your attention. Have a good day.